Great Depths is my up-and-coming costume workshop that focuses on the greater detail of character design to achieve a more believable persona, erasing the line between costume and wearer, and further creating an experience that bridges the gap between reality and fiction. I've always had a love for creating costumes ever since I knew that was a thing to do. I would have dreams about characters, and I would wake up in the morning as a kid and try my best to recreate what that person looked like and dress up as that person. I think that making costumes is a fun way to express yourself, but is also a creative art form that takes away from the viewer being just a person standing in an empty room looking at a picture. After you've made this beautiful object for how many hours you've done, and just having it just sit somewhere isn't as rewarding as having it be active, having people interact with the creation is something magical. Having a costume be interactive with viewers and having that work be active and moving and performing, there's a different kind of satisfaction that you get when that costume is completed and when that creation that you worked so hard on is displayed. I also have worn a lot of costumes a lot, and so when I make costumes, I really do look at how this costume is going to function. When you wear a costume, some elements may be more visual than others. Some costumes may have pieces that the viewer isn't supposed to see, but it goes together with the entire costume that you don't really have to worry about it. And then there are also pieces that you need to wear under your costume just so that you keep the costume well preserved. And so when I make a design and I think about the kind of materials I'm going to work with, I always think about those things. There's something different between a costume that was handmade and the person who made this creation was very delicate in the way that they took that persona and that character and made it come to life, to really make viewers believe that you are that person, that you are adorning those clothes not as just for a day or for a few hours at an event, but also that is your life, that is who you are, and that's why you are wearing that costume, is because those are your clothes. And that bridge between someone just wearing a costume versus someone who's playing along with the character that they are really does make a difference in how viewers do interpret you and how they experience that interaction with you. I do really like the spooky side of things. I really like involving myself in those psychological and just bizarre things that when you look at, you kind of lose focus on what's real and what's not, and those things do make you feel more scared. And so I like to tap into that, and when I make these costumes, I always like to draw and try to get a feeling of, okay, would this work as a concept? Will this actually be something that I look at and get a little goosebumps about? And that's what another aspect I would like to bring in, is just that care in figuring out what to make first before you make it, and having those layers upon detail and careful examination before your final product is made is something that a lot of costumers can deliver, but we're in a world that we don't really think about it that much, and it's time for that to change. I also do think that we as human beings are very creative. We could all think of our own imaginative elements that is very unique to each and every individual. And so I don't want to take that away from people, and I do want to incorporate elements that can be adjusted, can be changed, can be elaborated on in a way that the costume feels more personal. So Great Depths is in the design phase right now, and as I'm looking and researching on what kind of costumes are in the market and what costumes are people wanting to have, I will be posting things on my social media that will be on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And I'll also be launching a website with Great Depths where you can find me on social media and also to give updates on where I'm at in my process. And so if this interests you, please come down and find me on all these outlets that I have, just so you can stay in the loop, and when I do launch, you'll be there and the first to know.